we go. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday night. Happy December 1st. Before everybody else jumped on, I was chatting and telling some of the girls. The first day of a new month is always something that gets me really, really excited. I absolutely love fresh starts, not necessarily for starting over, but as kind of an evaluation and reflection time to say, okay, where was last month? Is it where I wanted it to be? What is this month going to be? And then how is that going to be for moving ahead into the new year? So first I want to say it was a great end of month for a lot of people. I made a post on our team page celebrating all the wins. And I loved hearing all of the different comments. Anything from, I really needed to focus on my health this month, which there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm very proud of those of you who said it was really about being consistent with my products and focusing on my health. That's wonderful. A lot of people did have point growth over last month, but I'm even excited and proud. And I was so happy to read people saying, I got my first customer. You know, my PV is great. Just celebrating all the things. I want you guys to remember that this is a journey and that there is no right and there is no wrong. Everybody's journey looks different. And if we can celebrate the wins along the way, I think that's something that will be so helpful, because ultimately, yes, we can set big goals. And if we miss those goals, what inevitably happens? What do we think to ourselves? I failed, right? So you set these huge goals and then you don't hit those goals, and then you beat yourself up over, well, I didn't hit that. And then that can kind of be a spiral into negativity. I'm really good at pity parties every once in a while. And so I want you guys to remember that in celebrating the wins along the journey, we can feel successful when we are doing the things that are ultimately going to matter. So tonight I'm going to share with you a few different things, some things that you've heard me talk about before, but really as I've been reflecting on what 2019 has been, and then knowing that this is December 1st and this is the last month of this year and decade, some of this reflection I think is important, and some of this is stuff that, yes, we've heard before, but what's really interesting is, once again, like always happens, I always pray and I'm like, okay, Lord, what am I supposed to talk about tonight? And stuff just kind of falls into my lap. So I've got probably 300 books over on my bookshelves that you guys can't see. And I've got just my top 10 that really truly speak to me. So I'm reading new ones. I'm reading Stories That Stick by Kendra Hall. She's actually doing a free book club starting in January. And I would love for us all to jump on that. Kendra Hall with an I. Her Stories That Stick talks about how we can utilize storytelling in bridging the gap between what we have to offer and what consumers are looking for, right? How do we take a need and offer a solution and build that bridge to creating that connection? And it's through sharing a story. How many of you know you've been seeing these amazing collagen testimonies and you're like, oh my gosh, that's the story. I want that forehead. I want that neck. And so we don't have to say, buy my collagen, it's the best. We can share a story or a testimony, and people are emotionally moved to make a decision to purchase. So yes, Stories That Stick. Remind me, we'll look into doing that as a book club together, because how awesome is it to walk through a book club with the author, right? So I think that's going to be an amazing thing. I digress. Some of these books just have a few things that I was like, well, all this stuff just kind of goes together. So I am going to run with what fell off my bookshelf. So we've all heard consistency is key. You guys know who won in the parable about the tortoise and the hare, right? It was slow and steady wins the race. You are going to see a lot of the same things from me over and over and over again. We started this in October with getting on a set system and schedule so that we all know what to expect. a week of IPA that's going to lead into a 3-day challenge. It's going to lead into another messaging week, which is going to lead into some kind of event or 3-day. So we'll be doing 2 3-day events every single month. You guys are probably going to see on the team page, oh my gosh, we're doing another messaging challenge. And the answer is yes. Because what I have found and what we are learning is you have to know what's coming. There has to be a predictability. We have to be able to plug new people in and have them know this is what to expect because this is how it's done and this is how we do it. And you guys all have to know that what I do for my business is no different than what a brand new person trying to go silver is doing. It doesn't change when you get to emerald or sapphire or diamond. Right? It may get a little bit harder even because we've got more people to talk to and reach out to. Plus, we're trying to expand our networks and look for new people to talk to on top of everything. But it's the same things, the same income producing activity that's going to produce the results, okay? So there's not going to be changing things up a ton. It's going to be 5-3-1, 5 new reach outs, 3 follow-ups, 1 expanding. We're going to do the same thing over and over and try to kind of give it a fresh spin as far as giving you tips and ideas. So when you see send, share, invite, send, share, invite, send, share, invite over and over and over, it's because this is the system that works and this is what people are doing that works. Now I want to read to you a few things that enforce what I am saying to you. And the first thing is the law of consistency. And you have to know with the law of consistency, motivation is what gets you going, but discipline is what keeps you growing. So how many of us would just love to have new team members fall into our laps, right? All of us. Yes, but that's not how it happens. We have to know and understand that it's in the consistency. It's doing the small things daily, repeatedly over time that is going to turn into massive results, right? We've said this over and over again. We're farmers. You can't show up to a field and say, oh my gosh, where's my garden? You can't freak out about a garden if you were to say, well, what seeds did you plant? And then you say, oh, I didn't plant any seeds, right? So you can't go show up at the field and be really, really upset that there's not a garden growing if there was not any seeds planted. So what we are doing with the send, share, and invite is we are daily planting seeds, watering seeds, putting sunshine on those seeds so that we can give the gift of plexus. And then when people are ready, we will have a beautiful garden that harvests. But I want to read this to you. Moving through December and into January, the compound effect is exactly what I've been sharing with you. It's the principle of reaping huge rewards from a series of small and smart choices. What's the most interesting about this process is that even though the results are massive at the end, the steps in the moment don't feel significant. Whether you're using this strategy for improving your health, for bettering your relationships, your finances, or anything else for that matter, these changes are so subtle, they're almost imperceivable. These small changes offer little to no immediate results. So in the day, when I'm planting one seed, when I'm sending one message and nobody reaches back out to me, it doesn't feel like an immediate result. No big win, no obvious, oh, I told you so, payoff. So why would I even bother? Most people get tripped up by the simplicity of the compound effect. For instance, they quit after the 8th day of running because they are still overweight. Or they stop practicing the piano after 6 months because they haven't mastered anything other than chopsticks. Or they stop making contributions to their IRA because after a few years, they could really use the cash and it doesn't seem to be adding up anyway. What they don't realize is that these small, seemingly insignificant steps completed consistently over time will create a radical difference. So when we're reaching out, even if it's only one person every single day, it feels arduous. It feels like, oh my gosh, nobody is reaching back out to me. Nobody's answering me. Nobody's joining. Nobody's ordering. One person every day, eventually, you guys, there's going to be the most gorgeous garden growing from that harvest of planting those seeds, but we don't know how many seasons it's going to take, right? So the benefit of the compound effect, the benefit of being consistent over time, the benefit of when motivation passes and being consistent and showing up with determination is because we all want momentum. Years ago, you guys have voted on what our team name was going to be. Team Momentum. How much fun is momentum? If you have been around for a while, like most of these faces, you remember that we have had several huge waves of momentum where people were going and jumping on board no matter what we did or what we didn't do, right? You have company momentum, you have seasonal momentum, you have product momentum. There's a lot of things that can create momentum. If you feel right now like your team is not in momentum as a leader, and if you have one person on your team, you are a leader, we can create new momentum, but it is in the consistency. It is in those mundane steps of daily IPAs, of showing up to the power hours, where you can create a new momentum. And if you want to gain momentum and improve your motivation, here's what you do. Here's your recipe for success. Begin by setting goals that are worthwhile, but highly achievable. Master the basics. Okay, you guys we're gonna hear this a lot over and over and over and over again. We are gonna master the basics of send, share, invite, reach out, follow up, send a video, call to action. Then practice them every single day without fail. Small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. Okay, so that's just one thing. I've probably read that quote from this. I've probably read it, I don't know, 200 times to you guys. But then if you shift to the Slight Edge book, which is an entire book that talks about the compound effect, which is that one paragraph that I read to you about what the compound effect is, you guys, it all just spins off of each other, and it gets me, I might have to take my sweater off. I'm getting all warm and flustered just talking about what 2020 is going to bring for us. Now, some of you are sitting here and I'm feeling maybe even a little bit of resistance, okay? Some of you are like, Sarah, I don't know, I don't have time for all that, or I've done that before and there's been no harvest. I hear your thoughts in your brain, okay? Because I have been there. So here is what I want you guys to think about. You ready? One of the quickest and most direct routes to getting yourself onto the success curve. How many of us want to be on the success curve? I know I want to be on the success curve. I want to be going up. I want new momentum. I want to be running so fast we got to hold on to our britches, right? Okay, you ready? One of the quickest and most direct routes to getting yourself up and onto the success curve is to get out of the past. We could end this call right now. If I told you right now that the team that got you to where you are right now, that probably won't be the team that's going to get you to your goals in 2020. Okay? We can't keep looking back. We can't say, but in 2013, we had an accelerator that flew off the shelves. We can't say, but in 2015, our back office changed and sabotaged our businesses. We can't say, we have to quit looking back, okay? It's December of 2019, and we are looking forward to 2020 with clear vision for where we are going and what we are going to be doing. Now, I'm going to give you permission, review the past, but only for the purpose of making a better plan. Review it, understand it, take responsibility for any errors that you've made, and then use it as a tool to do something different in the future. My heart's beating really, really fast. Don't spend a great deal of time doing this. The future will be far better than the past ever was. The future is your most powerful tool and your best friend. I want you to devote some focused time and effort into designing a crystal clear picture of where you are going. Mach 2 with Your Hair on Fire by Richard Brooke is an entire book on vision and looking ahead and creating a thought life and it just talks about how to speak and see things in your future that haven't happened yet, but creating such a clear vision that you can't help but meet those goals that you have set out for you. So he says in this, he says, you can't change the past. You can change the future. So that's just one thing, This quote that I'm going to read that's in the Compound Effect is from Napoleon Hill, the Positive Action Plan. I actually posted the free PDF on my wall when I talked about my live video of my favorite things. It's this book for free in a PDF version. So go check that out. But if you want to master the slight edge with the Compound Effect, there is one quality that one must possess to win. You must have a definiteness of purpose, the knowledge of what one wants, and a burning desire to possess it. When I think about what I want for this team in 2020, I'm legit having a hot flash right now. Like, seriously. When I think about that, it gets me so excited. It keeps me up till midnight trying to strategize and have plans. And it wakes me up in the morning for who am I going to talk to? What challenge am I going to post? Who can I Zoom with? What team can I help? I am here because of you. I'm here because of you, and I'm here for you because I have a burning definiteness of purpose, knowing that everybody on this planet needs plexus and that this compensation plan can change lives. I want that for each and every one of you. I don't want you guys finding new jobs. I don't want you guys, doing things that you don't want to do. If you want to pursue your passion in sharing plexus, working from home, if you want your health to be transformed, and if you want your finances to be transformed, that passion is my purpose for helping you to achieve your dreams. He talks about the significance of the compound effect. He says, you might think I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. And know this. And I want each of you guys to listen. And I want you to hear this from me, not this from this author. You are capable of amazing things. I want all of you right now to say that to yourself. I am capable of amazing things, because I feel like right now there's somebody listening to this, and then there's going to be somebody listening to this in the recording later who thinks to themselves, Sarah, I could never do that. I've been trying. It's not working. I want you to know that you are capable of amazing things. Here are a few things that I'm going to ask of you moving forward to finish this year strong, this decade strong, and to move into 2020 with clear vision, with clear purpose, and moving forward together in new momentum. You ready? Number 1, show up. You guys on this call have all shown up. You get a gold star. We have to wake up every day and show up. We show up for our families. We show up for our kids. We show up for our employers. We show up for the world. You have to show up in your business. Number 2, show up consistently. You can't work for 2 days and then take 10 days off, because guess what? When you start over, you're starting over. The 2 days of work that you did on December 2nd and 3rd, that doesn't matter if you don't pick up till January 1st again. Okay? So I don't care if you show up small. I don't care if you're showing up as Sarah, I can only give this 15 minutes a day and I'm only going to reach out to one person every day. I'll take it. I will take that all day, every day for the history of forever, because one day, every single day is better than stopping and starting. How many of you guys know once you get things rolling, it's going to keep on rolling, right? You can't steer, what's the saying about, you can't steer a ship if it's not moving, right? You got to get moving first. So if you are going slow and steady at a tortoise pace, you're still moving, and that's good, and I'll take it. So you're going to show up, and then you're going to show up consistently for whatever you can dedicate. Now, for those of you that have been jumping on our power hours, I am telling you, we have been getting more done in 1 hour. 1 hour. When you show up to those power hours and we knock out 18 messages in 1 hour, you can walk away from your computers and say, I did my IPA for the day, and it's going to move your business forward. Rather than being scattered and thinking about, I should be doing this, I need to be doing this, that to-do list just gets long. I need to follow up with this person. Y'all, I have the whole filling my brain with I need to follow up, I need to follow up, I need to follow up. And 9 days later, my brand new people still haven't heard from me. If you sit down and do that power hour or that power half hour or that power 15 minutes and just get it done, you will feel so accomplished and you will continue to move forward, just like the tortoise and the hare. I would actually challenge you to go read that book. It is so simple, but it is so profound, absolutely profound. Okay, third thing, show up consistently with a positive outlook. Lord have mercy, now I got to preach to myself. You can say whatever you want to, but I'm just going to say, yesterday I had to put my big girl panties on, okay? Because yesterday people weren't messaging me back. Yesterday people didn't feel my urgency for end of month. And we've got sales going on, people. But it was a Saturday. It was after Thanksgiving. People were with their families. So showing up consistently with a positive outlook, that's a lot harder than just showing up. Because all of us can show up and talk about how bad our day is. And all of us can show up and complain. And I can go on and on and on about all of the reasons why I'm not going to be positive, right? So showing up consistently with a positive outlook. Whose life can I change today? Who can I follow up and hear how great they're doing on their products? Who can I help, reach out to a new person? With that positive outlook, you guys, it's going to change everything. Okay, you ready? Be prepared for and committed to the long haul. I've been around 9 years, y'all. 9 years, and I'm just getting started. And I truly feel that way. This is a marathon. It is not a sprint. If you guys have not listened to my ancient call that's literally on freeconferencecall.com that I uploaded to my SoundCloud about the cliff shuffle, I want that to be your homework, because it's the most astonishing and amazing story about a farmer who shuffled an ultra marathon and won because he didn't stop. He just shuffled his way along. And the long-term vision for what we have for our Plexus businesses, you guys, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in 6 months. There's a lot of people who, yes, come to Plexus with influence, with network, with people skills, with all the things, and they do well. And that's the great thing about network marketing. I'm really, really excited for people that do well. I actually have a story about that. You want me to build some belief for you guys? I reached out whenever people are on the, look at me, y'all. Y'all have me all like watching and stuff. So whenever people hit the leaderboard, I want to know the story behind what's going on, because it absolutely fascinates me. And so I reached out to somebody's sponsor, and I was like, okay, I need to hear this story. So there's a gal that's been hitting the leaderboard, and so she started the products at the beginning of the year and has done great. So she lost 33 pounds, and then she decided that she loves the Joyome and the collagen. So on Halloween, she decided, I'm going to start sharing. She started sharing passionately, showing up every day, reaching out, following up, doing events. You guys, she just hit Ruby yesterday. She started working her business on October 31st. Now, you might be hearing that story and say, whoopee, great for her. That didn't happen to me, so I'm going to be grouchy about it. What it shows me is what's possible. There are still people who haven't heard about Plexus. There are still entire towns, cities, parishes, counties, states that do not know what Plexus is. I don't want to hear that it's saturated. I don't want to hear that you've told everybody, because it's not true. 9 years in, I'm still talking to brand new people every day all across this country. I haven't even started Canada and Australia yet. Mexico is going to be a whole new story. Check out the leaderboard from this week and look at what we're going to be doing in Mexico with the U.S. Hispanic market that's on that leaderboard right now. Amazing things are happening. So we are going to show up consistently with a positive outlook, because the world needs what we had. And there's people like Gigi on the leaderboard who decided to passionately and consistently work their business and went from 0 to Ruby in October, November, 60 days. It's possible. That's still happening. There was another story, I forget her name. I screenshotted it. I'll share in the comments below. Somebody's flying through the ranks, double ranking, because they're passionately and consistently sharing what we found. We have to get back to it. If you guys aren't taking the products and doing backflips over them, take a different product. We have enough of them. I want you all to go out and find the 3 products that make you get all blotchy and hot and flustered. Slim with Active does that for me. Collagen, I don't know if you guys see this like radiant glow. I don't wear any foundation. This is like, this, if you have not purchased your collagen, go purchase your collagen for 20% off today. That's your homework. And by the way, if you did not get, I just got my Joyome gift set. It's gorgeous. The bag is gorgeous. I've always wanted where you can like hang this up when you travel. Y'all go get your set. This is 20% off for Cyber Monday. It's amazing. You need to be head over heels about several of the products. It's okay. If the CBD is not for you, if whatever's not for you, that's fine. We have enough products. You can get excited about 3 or 4 or 5 of them, right? You can get excited about some, and you can show up consistently with a positive outlook and get ready to rock and roll. Okay, now I lost my place. Okay, you ready? Cultivate a burning desire backed by faith. Woo! Now we got to do a whole nother call on that. Okay. If your belief isn't an 11 on a scale of 0 to 10 about our products, about our company, about network marketing, and about yourself, see me after class. Okay. Because you have to believe 110% that you are capable of amazing things. I believe that for you. I stay up till midnight believing for each and every one of you that you are capable of amazing things, but you have to match my belief. Somebody is not going to come to you and say, I'm ready to partner with you to build an amazing business if they can tell that you don't believe in yourself. If they can tell that you're like, well, I don't think our products are all that great. Our products are changing lives. I gifted a bottle of Probio 5 to a friend who I saw. She literally couldn't sleep because her scalp was bleeding from psoriasis. And I went to her place of business that she owns. I said, I don't even know you all that well. I eat at your place all the time. Please take this bottle of Probio 5. Take 1 capsule every single night at bedtime and call me, because I know this is going to change your life. She made a post today without me even asking. Her scalp is healed. Her scalp is healed, y'all. Our products are changing lives. That is burning desire backed by faith, okay? That belief needs to be that strong because of what we have. We have things. Go, yo. Jenna, I don't even know her last name. I don't even know how long this call is going to be. I've got a tank top on. I got to take my sweater. I got to take my sweater off, y'all. Shoot, now we've got another call after this, but it's just going to be late. Jenna, you have to go find her. Oh, now Siri's trying to talk to me. You have to go find Jenna's testimony. It's everywhere. She just hit Senior Ruby yesterday. A year ago at Thanksgiving, she was in a wheelchair wearing wigs, and her health was so bad. She looks amazing. I have never seen such a transformation. Her last name starts with an H. You guys are going to have to help me out with that. Okay, we got to finish. Be willing to pay the price. Lordy, Lordy. You guys, seriously, people are going to tell you no. People are going to tell you that you're crazy. People are going to say that this is a pyramid scheme. People are going to do all the things. They're going to slam doors in your face. You're not going to get invited to parties. You're going to get unfriended. If I could let you guys know, the only reason I know that I get unfriended and unfollowed is because I've got 5,000 friends. So when it drops to, thank you very much, Lori. When it drops down, I'm like, oh dang, 20 people just unfriended me. It's okay. Not everybody's going to love you. Not everybody's going to want what we have. But we have to say, awesome, move aside. There might be somebody behind you whose life I need to change. It's going to be okay. When you have to be willing to pay the price, that's going to look different for each of us. But for me, you guys, it is totally worth it. The testimonies, the lives changed, the 51 babies in India who are safe and fed and know about Jesus because of the business building bonuses that we send that way. I'm willing to pay the price for what the blessing and benefit is. Do the things that you've committed to doing, even when no one else is watching. And that one really hits home, because guess what? I'm not going to give you a F for the day if you don't show up to a power hour. I'm not going to call you and say, where have you been? Now, if you want me to hold you to your goals, I will. Absolutely, I will. But this is a volunteer business, and we're all a volunteer army, and we all get to set our own goals and our own rules. We all get to do whatever we want to do, right? I'm not gonna make you do anything. I'm not your boss. I want you to be committed to your dream. I want you to have that burning passion and desire. And we're going to do a whole nother call, because this didn't even go as planned. A whole nother call on, guess what? Whatever your goal is, you don't have to worry about what your goal is when you're helping everybody around you achieve their goals. Because it's not about my end of month, what it looks like. It's about everybody that I'm looking at right now. What did your month look like, and how did I help you achieve your goals and dreams? Because when I help you to achieve what you guys need, the icing on the cake is it benefits me. But it's not about me, and it's never been about me. It's always been about getting you guys where you need to be in your life. I didn't even talk about what I wanted to talk about with the whole, your past is your past. You got to acknowledge it and understand it, but then move forward. I want you all to go to the file section of our Team Momentum page and print out your last 90 days of 2019. We're in the last 30 days now. You have to know where you are to know where you're going. You have to be in your back office and know your numbers. You have to know and understand. Good job, Danielle. You get an A+. You have to know and understand where you are, and being your own boss is a huge blessing, but it can also be a curse, because you got to show up. And being a CEO, they don't give us a rule book necessarily. Being your own CEO is hard, y'all. It is hard. So I just want you guys to know, I'm trying to get myself off speaker view. I want you guys to know that I love you all so much, and that I'm not yelling at you. I'm not preaching to you. This is my dedication and my passion for helping each of you to achieve your goals and dreams. I could recap that whole list, but when each of us shows up and that turns into 50 people all showing up together, all reaching out to one person. I put that post on there. It's mind-blowing to me. The compound effect is all of us sharing with one person and overnight doubling our teams. Can you imagine? The compound effect is each of us doing what we feel like we can in our circle, in our network, and watching the ripple effect of the massive momentum and the massive number of lives being changed. I can't say I've got a team of 10,000 because of what I've done, right? I've shared with a few people who have shared with a few people who have shared with a few people, and that ripple effect has touched over 10,000 people. That is mind-blowing. So I love you guys so much. You guys are absolutely amazing. I will get the recording posted. Thank you so much. If you were one that I tagged on our next call, we'll jump over to the other other Zoom link. I'm going to unmute you guys. Thank you so much for showing up. Love you all. Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Sarah.